Hi, Paul. It's Trisha over at Morgan Consulting Group. I understand that you sent some searches to Peter at the end of last week that you wanted us to take a look at. I have, in fact, looked at them and come up with what I believe to be some pretty solid results. What I'm going to do is demonstrate for you what those results are, but I'm not going to show you how I got to them. You'll have to take class in order to do that. But for starters, before I can do anything, I really need to go to Google Japan. I did focus entirely on LinkedIn. There are many other techniques that we have, but I'm not going to build an entire class for you to demonstrate the power of what we do. This is a CAPTCHA. Google wants me to prove that, in fact, I am human, as you can see from the mistake I just made typing it in, ELAZZLT. So I have to do that in order to show Google that, in fact, I am a human being. Now, we look at these results. We make the screen a little bit bigger for you. When I look at these results, I can see very specifically I have got individuals that have outsourcing experience in supply chain management with business process reengineering and business process outsourcing. I am going to take a moment here and just scroll through these results so that you have an opportunity to actually capture these names if you would like them. Please feel free to just pause your screen repeatedly. This is AutoPager. It's a particular Chrome extension that I use that will load all of the results, and I don't have to keep clicking page to page to see them. So these are my supply chain management people within Japan at LinkedIn, only at LinkedIn. And the list goes on and on. Now you'll see, because of the way that I ran the search, I am absolutely getting to my individuals where the entire profile is written in Japanese, or at least a significant part of it is written in Japanese, in addition to people that write their profiles in English, or here you can see a nice mix of the two. So I can keep scrolling through here to make sure that you're getting all of this information. And then I will stop, go back to the beginning, which I'm going to do now, and I'm going to change my search. Here you can see I do have 716 results. A good portion. Google is probably bragging a little bit there. My guess is there's less than that. So now let's move on to your next search, which was for a CIO advisory type consultant. I am going to go ahead and change my search string. And what I find when I do this, 267 people, again, at LinkedIn. I believe Headstrong is actually your client, so we probably don't want Satoshi here. I can see Headstrong. But I do have the ability to go into my search string and remove Headstrong. I can say I don't want anyone that has come out of Headstrong. So now you can notice my 267 dropped to 263, and I eliminated the 4 people that work for your client, which obviously we don't want to recruit those people. So I'll take a few moments here and scroll down where you can see all of my CIO advisory services. Some of my names are completely in Japanese. I'm making the assumption you can read these. I certainly can't. But I will scroll through here so that you can see how many of these people are specifically doing CIO advisory work. Now, as I was reading through that particular job description, one of the things that I found interesting was the need for them to have specific experience in a competitive organization. What I did was add a component to my search that is calling out all of the different consulting firms that I would anticipate are in Japan. Like you can see PwC right here, but notice that it's not bolded because I haven't actually called that out yet in this search. I do want to just keep scrolling through so that you're able to pause this and grab these names so that you're able to actually recruit these people. And the demonstration I'm doing for you becomes a little bit more valuable. But I'm going to change this search. I can keep going through all of these results, but instead I'm going to tell Google that I would like this person to currently be working for either KPMG, Hitachi, Infosys, PwC, Wipro, Bain, Booz, Ernst & Young, Deloitte, Accenture, Boston Consulting Group. Those were the only ones that I knew. In order for us to really help you, you'd have to supply us with some information around, those particular organizations. But let me show you what happens when I tell Google only to give me people that have worked at one of those organizations. Now, again, I apologize to you that you cannot see my search string. I don't want you to see it because, Paul, let there be no mistake, I'd like you to hire us to teach your entire team how to do this. Now, when I keep my CIO and my advisory components, but now I start adding in PwC, I put in, you can see PwC here, Deloitte again. Here is Ernst & Young. All of these people, again, are only people at LinkedIn. We can take this into other directions, but I'm not going to build the class until you hire us to do so. Now, I'll scroll through here and take a few moments so that you can capture the names of the individuals that we have identified for you here. Then what I will do is jump into the third search, which you gave to us in Japanese. And what I could ascertain from that is we're looking for somebody that is going to have a focus in global accounting and that has done a major software implementation, accounting software implementation, specifically somebody that understands JSOX and IFRS, which these are some very, very specific skills. Because of the way that that job description was written, one of the things that I found interesting, it seemed like perhaps you would have taken somebody coming from two different levels. Part of the job description said that you wanted someone ultimately that was up to 35 years old, and the other one said up to 40 years old. But either way, I'm just scrolling back up here so that you have these 60 names on the screen. And then I'm going to change the search and I'm going to isolate it so that it is specifically for those people that have worked with JSOX and IFRS in Japan. Now, again, keep in mind, I've only done my searches at LinkedIn, where I can absolutely go out. Oh, here's my second CAPTCHA. Google certainly thinks I'm a computer today. And the problem is I don't type these very well. Oh, that was okay. So here are my JSOX and IFRS. You can see I do have 108 of these people, and you'll notice that some of them are entirely in Japanese, some are translated to English, but I can scroll through here so that you can get a sense for the caliber of people. All of these people have experience with specifically IFRS, and they have done JSOX as well. I'll give you a moment to look through these, and then I will wrap up and send this video off to you. Hopefully what you found in the last 10 minutes, Paul, is our ability to pierce through and legally hack beyond the LinkedIn firewall, regardless of what country we're in. It did help me to run my searches from Google Japan. I got better results doing that from Google here in the States, but that was a minor change. If you decide that you'd like to move forward and have Jason and I teach your organization how to do this type of work, we will have to go out and customize this particular class specifically for Japan. So that's something that we will need to have a conversation about. But this at least gives you an indication of what our capabilities are. It has been my pleasure to demonstrate this to you. I will wait to hear back from you to determine if this is something that you'd like to move forward with. Thanks so much, Paul, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.